Yo, real quick, Carl from the future. I just want to let y'all know all timestamps are in the description for this true for all my videos where it's long-winded conversation. There's just, for some reason, my YouTube doesn't make chapters yet. So this is going to be in front of every video until it does. But yeah, all timestamps are in the description. And also, if I don't say it in the intro, just these long-winded conversation ones is more so podcast style. It's a few things that will pop up on the screen if I gotta correct myself or show examples of shit. But for the most part, the best way to enjoy these is really just have it on in the background while you're doing something, and just dive into the conversation. But besides that, man, hope y'all enjoy the video, bro. Alright, y'all. About damn time. Finished season 1 of Invincible. Now, at the time of this recording, I finished season 1 of Invincible like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Oh, wait, pardon me. Same intro. Anyone who new here, bro, none of this is scripted. It's me yapping. It's conversations I have with my homies, with myself, schizophrenic. Sorry, nah, but it's conversations I have with my homies, myself, just ideas, concepts, different shit to get off, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, podcast style, talking to y'all like you the homie, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, at the time of this recording, bro, I finished Invincible a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. Or, sorry, Invincible season 1 a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. I don't know when the fuck this is getting uploaded. I just recorded a video. You can tell because you'll see me in the same fit, same time of day and shit. And I'm about to record a lot of music, which means I'm gonna have to mix and master it. I'm about to record some music tomorrow and the day after that too. Well, no, in 2 days, and then tomorrow I gotta do some other shit. So I don't know when I'm gonna edit this or whatever. But just know at the time of recording, it's been a week and a half to 2 weeks, and right now I'm at I got 20 minutes left in episode 6 of season 2. So where I'm at currently in Invincible is they just went to space. Robot, the Immortal, I believe, went with them. I think it's Robot, the Immortal, Adam, Eve, Invincible, and somebody else are going to space to confront the Sequids. They're coming from Mars and shit like that. So yeah, man, fuck it. Let's get to it. Invincible, I want to say this real quick. Take this with a grain of salt. Invincible is probably one of the greatest first seasons of anything I've ever seen. Now, I say take that with a grain of salt because I'm not that well versed in TV. I'm better versed in movies, but I haven't seen certain classics like Interstellar or some shit. Mainly because 2020, COVID time, is when I got into movies. Mainly because of music. So kind of wanted to get references in the bars of the music I was listening to. And my dad got a movie collection. So at that time, people stockpiling food in the house and shit. I would go downstairs, pop in a movie, have a whole bunch of snacks with me. So I treated it like a spectacle. I kind of like created my own movie theater experience. And it's also good. I just like to pay attention to things, pick up the little things and shit like that, different details. I kind of pride myself on, damn, the wind's going crazy. I kind of pride myself on being able to analyze shit fairly well. And just because, I don't like, I want to respect everything I take in, pause. Because I don't like being a casual viewer in anything. I wouldn't want no one to do that with my music, so I don't do that with anyone else's music, movies, TV shows, etc. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, with TV shows, that's more of a commitment, so I'm even less versed. The TV shows I have finished, off the top of my head, is probably like 10 or 11. Peacemaker, man, I can't tell you what the fuck happened in that show, because I watched it one time back in like 11th grade, and I don't remember it that well. All I remember is the beef he had with his dad. But yeah, Peacemaker, Clone Wars, You, seasons 1 through 4. I haven't seen the new one. On My Block. Daredevil and Punisher, once again, long ass time ago. Long ass motherfucking time ago. Justice League Unlimited, long ass time ago. Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, long ass time ago. That's 9. That might be it, honestly. As far as TV shows, so like I started and all the way through I finished. I think it's just those 9, at least in this realm. After that, like Friends, I've seen front to back. One-on-One, I've seen front to back. Temptation Island and some other stupid shit like that.
Just get on with it!
And I've seen front to back. You feel me? So it's not a lot. So that's why I say take it with a grain of salt when I say it's one of the best first seasons of anything. Oh, and I got Small Shadow Lord now. We can say that. I might put a review of that out too. Oh, X-Men animated series. That's what I was forgetting. I've seen that front to back as well. So yeah, but even then, not a lot. So that's why I'm saying take it with a grain of salt. Don't be like best first season anything. What about this, that, and the third? Haven't seen it. Ain't seen no Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, goddamn Breaking Bad. I haven't seen any of it. You know what I'm saying? So take it with a grain of salt when I say that. But damn, that shit was good. You know, like even in a in a vacuum or compared to other shit, this shit was damn good. It was damn fucking good. It answered. I'm trying my best to remember where I left off with my questions and how I was feeling and what I wanted to see in the in the last video. But let's just get to the main course of this, man. Motherfucking Omni, man, boy. I was wondering what his exact angle was, because he killed the Guardians. Obviously, he brought up the fact that when he went and talked to the Flaxens, he was like, "Yo, you don't seem to understand. Earth is not yours to conquer." He didn't say it's mine, but it was pretty damn implied. And I brought up the thing that I picked up when I said it stood out to me when he was telling his son about his heritage. He was like, "I came down on Earth to be its soul protector," and I was like, soul protector, huh? That's a very key word. You know what I'm saying? Soul protector, huh? Okay. So what happened to all the other ones? You know what I'm saying? Them niggas gotta get going. So I was like, what's his angle here? Is it an ego and pride thing of he believes he's the only one who can protect Earth, so he's the only one who should do it? Is it seeing everyone else as inferior? Is it, just, the villainy thing of I just want power and shit, just to, just because it feels good to be in power and in control? Is it that? So I was like, what is it? And then how much does he love his family? Where does Debbie come and play with this and all the other shit? I just wanted to see what's going on. His explanation, I did not see that coming. When he explained that the Viltrumites are survival of the fittest to the 10th power, of they literally death battled each other until the strongest came out on top, which is an interesting concept, because it's like, how do you measure that? Like, if it's like, okay, if you lose in combat and you deserve to die because you were weaker, wouldn't you just fight until there was one more person left? Or am I tripping? Like, of course, it still makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's like once they got to like the pinnacle of like, okay, we're fighting stalemates, maybe, I guess that would maybe be the stopping point. But in my mind, I'm like, shit, fuck it, let's stop till we end up with one man and one woman, I guess. And that's the strongest, and then they just go from there. Fuck it, I guess that's, of course that creates problems, because then you have incest breeding and shit.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So I guess they couldn't go that far, But I'm like, shit, I feel like we might as well just fought down to a damn handful of people, you know what I'm saying? Which, I mean, well, shit, maybe they did. They didn't show how many people were left over. Oh, let me turn this down. I had 2012 Avengers on the TV still. Well, you would have seen that from the last video. This shit just went off. I don't even know what to put on here now. Fuck it. I'll throw someone on Pluto TV. But yeah, I was like, okay, I didn't see that shit coming. So it was interesting, and also I like the fact that he said, this is a detail that I love, and I love the attention to detail in general. And it's shit like this it's little shit like this that matters. When he said, by the time that he was born, by the time Omni-Man was born, the Viltrumite Empire was already like the greatest empire in their galaxy. So that tells me that, oh, okay, he's even stronger than the original survival of the fittest motherfuckers, because he is a product of like that of that selective breeding. Like, he is a product of the strongest ones, and not just one of the original strongest ones, which means he's stronger than the original strongest ones that survived. You know what I'm saying? So he's not just like a base level Viltrumite. Like, nah, he's up there. You know what I'm saying? So, and even expanding into season 2, they call him the Great Nolan and shit. So apparently he was one of the real best ones of their officers. So that's also expanded on too. But yeah, his explanation of, okay, now we're here to welcome them into our empire, and even the way he was explaining it of, because sometimes it's like, okay, well, why are you conquering them? Is it conquering just for the sake of conquering? Because if it's survival of the fittest, then wouldn't you just have them prove themselves by combat or something? But he's explaining, he was like, yo, look, we can cure cancer, we can cure disease, give them technology and tactics and things like that, just as long as they submit. So they literally see it as, and I don't think this is something that people pick up. They see it as, you're already weaker than us, okay? So we're going to dominate you, but if you are not, I think they see maybe intelligence is something as well. They're like, if you're not smart enough to submit to our will, then you deserve to die, because you're already not strong enough to oppose us, but you're also not smart enough to submit to your superior when all it's going to do, in their mind, all it's going to do is benefit you. So I was like, oh shit, because so he really does see, oh, I'm doing the right thing, because either I'm helping the less fortunate, or I'm putting them out their misery. So, you know what I'm saying? So in a crazy way, there actually is some merit, might not be the right word, but some form of rationalization there. It's not just like conquering just for the sake of conquering, which in a way I'm sure there is, of like, yo, it just makes them feel good to do. So yeah, there's that. But man, I just like the different bases that they covered. When Mark was like, so if I wasn't half Viltrumite, would I just been another human to conquer? And Omni Man, he kind of brushes it off. He doesn't even say anything about it. But I was like, damn, yeah, if he didn't have any powers, then would he have just been another fucking human to conquer? And then that gives a good reasoning to why he waited that long, because it's like, okay, get them to lower their defenses and trust you. He didn't need to do that for 20 years. He could have did that for like 5 to 10 years, honestly, and had them ready for a Viltrumite takeover. And obviously, from the damage he fucking did, no one would have stopped him anyway. If he just decided to do it himself. But it gives a good explanation as to why he waited so long, because he wanted to see if his son had powers. You know what I'm saying? And then if he could have been an asset to the Empire before he got to taking the shit over. So by that context, it's like, wow, if he didn't have the powers, he might have actually just been another human to conquer. But also, it begs the question, if he didn't have the powers, would Nolan have just kept the shit under wraps? We actually don't know. That's another thing to kind of consider. But yeah, there was that. And I want to get to this real quick, man. Debbie, God bless your heart. I know it's a made-up character, but every time I'm in season 2, and I'll talk about this when I get to season 2. But every time Debbie get to breaking down, crying and shit, oh man, I go just like this. I'd be like, oh man, that poor woman, that poor woman, man. She ain't deserve none of this. When he was like, I do love your mother, but she's more like a pet to me than anything, I said, oh my God. Oh Lord, ooh man, they went there, huh? Okay, shit, that's crazy work, brother. So yeah, they went to that, and then I was like, okay, you know how I said before, I was like, where does the switch flip? Why, of course the switch flipped obviously when he killed the Guardians and shit, and it's been flipped throughout this episode when he's fucking with Cecil and pressing I always forget the name of Mark's best friend. Goddamn William. When he's pressing William and shit, but like he still has some restraint because he doesn't harm Debbie. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't harm Debbie or anything. So I'm like, there's some form of restraint here. So I'm like, where does the switch flip of like this evil motherfucker I heard about? And right there when he says, Mark, I can't let you interfere, and I see them eyebrows go down. Boy, I sat up just like these, boy. I had my my knee to my chest. I was like, oh yeah, he about to beat his ass. He about to whoop his ass. Man, from that first punch, I was like, yep. Yo, I have never, I'm a nigga, bro. I laugh at shit I shouldn't laugh at. I'm gonna edit it in, if I can get it cropped right. I went to this movie with my cousin and my best friend. And there's this scene, it's called Rob Peace. It's this scene where essentially his dad's dying on his deathbed, and the son, but the dad, he was accused of a crime or whatever. The son always stuck up for him. And the last question he asked his dad, he was like, tell me the truth, did you do it? And the dad looks at him, he said, nigga, I'm dying. And I started laughing. It's an emotional scene and it's sad. And I started laughing. I was trying to hold it in, bro. My homie panned the camera to me. He's like, this nigga's laughing.
But this nigga is laughing.
Oh, man. But that's just to say, I laugh at shit I shouldn't laugh at. So when Mark said to his dad, he said, it's not too late. And Nolan went, yes, it is.
It's not too late.
Yes, it is.
Yo, I rewinded that shit like 3 times, bro. That shit had me rolling, bruh. He said there was no hesitation. He said, Dad, it's not too late. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Just, it is just the cleanest punch I've ever seen in my life, dog.
Yes, it is.
That shit is hilarious, bro. It never gets old. It never. I've watched so many people reaction videos to this shit. It never gets old, bro. Because as I've said before, I love reaction videos. I watched, goddamn, what's them niggas' names? White dude. Damn, I forgot their name. I'll put them on the screen maybe if I feel like it. I might get lazy. But I've watched them. Third Street reactions, media nights, Sam and Kristen, goddamn. Who else did I watch? Sheem and Swizz. Shout out to Sheem and Swizz. Swizz, man, I love them niggas. Those some brothers right there. But yeah, I watched a whole bunch of people's reaction videos to it. You know what I'm saying? So, and every time I watch it, bro, I always laugh. Dad, it's not too late. Yes, it is.
It's not too late.
Yes, it is.
That shit is funny, dog. But yeah, he was whooping his ass, man. And if the switch didn't flip there, when this nigga, when Mark saved the dude out the airplane, and he was like, so much effort for what? And then just palmed his skull and crushed it. I said, bro, what are we doing? So yeah, there's that whole fight. You know, I'm already at 16 minutes, and I want to talk about the other episode, so I don't want this to be 40 minutes. I want to try to cut this at 35, bro, so I can not have to edit this. I'm probably never going to edit this that much, but anyway. Man, knocks this nigga's head loose all the way to fucking Chicago. Goddamn, kills a bunch of people. He was like, why? He said, that was your fault. I was like, wow. How many people need to die, Mark, before you realize? And then Mark starts powering up and shit. He's like, nigga, he grabs him by his arm and she's like, nigga, for the first time I'm telling you the truth. It just, man, just starts whooping his ass. I talked about before how it makes sense that, like, okay, the human side of him is probably weighing him down a little bit, and since Omni-Man's a pure Vulturemite, it's the human side of Mark just getting the fucking belt to his ass right now. I don't even need an explanation. I explain it, you know, I know sometimes it's like, well, the whole point of the story is to show the hero's journey and shit. Hey, that's cool, but sometimes I don't give a fuck. if the whole premise is, hey, bro, in layman's terms, you can't fuck with him, I'm fine with that. That hasn't, you know, look, as long as it doesn't, like, drag the story down, if he just can't fuck with his pops, it don't bother me, bro. Like, sometimes, bro, like, you know, look, I think Tai Lung was damn near right, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be rooting for Dr. Doom and Magneto and shit. Sometimes, I don't like when heroes get plot armor. There was no plot armor. He got, man, fuck a belt. He got counted. Shout out to Maverick. The way Mav used to do Trent when he lost bets, he was getting counted out that motherfucker, boy. They was doing, your name is Toby. He was whooping his ass. And this brings me to the scene with the train. When he held this nigga up by the back of his head like Wilt Chamberlain palming a basketball, and all those people just died for no reason, I said, oh yeah, it's over. And then Mark, dumbass, Mark talking about this isn't you. I've seen you save people. Nigga, did you see what he just did? And he looked you in your face and said, these people are meaningless, Mark. Bro, nigga, stop talking to him. There's nothing else to do. Yeah, he started beating his ass. He said, "Your true education starts now," and started wailing on him and shit, bro. Yeah, and he said, "You want to die for this planet? Fine. What's 20? What's 18 more years? Fah! I can always start again. Fah! Make another kid. Bow, bow." I was like, damn. God damn, boy. This nigga cold. This nigga is cold, dude. So yeah, he had the flashback and shit. It showed his human side. He ended up leaving. Mark, you know, kind of hit him with the Luke Skywalker. It's a different type of talk no jutsu where like he didn't necessarily turn him good and be like, "You're right," but he kind of did appeal to his emotions where he's like, "Man, look, this is my son, bro." Even from the first punch, you saw the regret. He's like, "Fuck, I have to do this." He was like, "Why are you making me do this? I don't want to do this shit." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "I don't want to do this shit at all, bro." So yeah, he ended up leaving. I like the fact that once again they didn't beat him. He kind of hit him with the Doctor Strange. "I've come to bargain." That's the only way they could stop him. There was no other shot. So I like that. Hey, bro, real quick. When he went up to his mom's room, was like, "Hey, I'm ordering something," and she didn't respond, and the door was open. I thought she hung herself, bro. I thought she killed herself. Cause I got flashbacks of the Walking Dead game when Katja, she had to go and kill Duck to put him out of his misery before he turned into a zombie, and you hear the gunshot and you go out there and see she killed herself. I was like, "Oh, Deb, please don't." Like, she might be the character I'm most attached to because I feel so bad for that woman, but yeah, that shit scared the fuck out of me, man. And then I love the fact that Alan came back and he's like, "The coalition of planets will want to hear about you." So that set up, that gave an alley oop to the second season, and now after seeing what happened to my boy Alan, he's still alive apparently, but yeah, that shit didn't go too well. But yeah, man, yeah, that's first 20 minutes spent on the last episode, and rightfully so. That last episode was bananas. But as far as everything else in the middle, man, in between that, the thing with Robot, before in the first video, I said he's like Vision. I take it back. That is MODOK. That is MODOK. Because Vision is an actual android. I didn't know that Robot, that was him in that test tube or whatever the fuck, that big ass like pod that was keeping him alive. That's kind of like MODOK, where he was kind of trapped in that body and had to find a way out. So yeah, there was that. So I am compelled for his relationship with Monster Girl, and I've seen it expand in season 2. So I do like where it's going. So yeah, it was definitely that's definitely a very that was a very interesting thing. Them bringing back the Immortal was dope. I like the fact that his name's the Immortal, and they showed his past lives, so it's not too far fetched that he's the one that came back. So I like it. I like it that I get to see more of one of the Guardians of the Globe, and it's probably Red Rush, I guess, since they set him up and then Olga is still a character. Just by that, he was probably the one with the most character interest because they gave it to him. But as far as like powers interest and just how he was, Immortal and I think War Woman were probably the two I was the most interested in. So I'm happy that they just chose to bring him back using the Mauler twins and everything like that. So yeah, that was dope. And I'm happy he's still alive. I was like, did Omni Man just kill this nigga again? Like, god damn, bruh. So yeah. I like the fact that that he's brought back. I like the Monster Girl and well, his name's Rudy now. And Rudy, I like that romance. It's super dope that Black Samson got his powers back. So seeing him now in action, on a whole different level, that's something else that's dope that I fuck with. Did I watch the episode? Yeah. I did see the episode where they're at the college last time. Okay, yeah. So I didn't think about this until I watched. Oh, Struggle Nation. That's another one I watched reaction videos of. Love Struggle Nation. Prayers up to damn. What's man Dan dude's name? Is it Joe? Prayers up to him and his mom. I know he's going through some shit, but that's brothers. Love their reactions. They Clone Wars reactions are priceless, and Bel Air priceless. But when Amber broke up with him because she was like, "Oh, I knew you were invincible, but I'm upset you lied to me." Them niggas hated her. I was like, "Oh yeah, y'all are kind of right." yeah, I was like, okay, if you knew I was a superhero, then you should be able to understand why I didn't tell you. So I'm like, oh, I can understand why y'all are mad. I wasn't mad. I was one more so impressed that she figured it out. I mean, it's not rocket science, but just the fact she figured it out and kept it to herself was interesting to me, and she played along. But I was like, yeah, I see your point of view of like after, because how long were they dating? 5 months. She was like, okay, after 5 months, you don't have enough trust in me, So she was like, I don't know. I didn't take it that seriously. So I was like, oh shit, well, she don't give a fuck. She was like, yeah, well, you should have told me. So there's that. I wasn't that mad about it, And then they came. I would put the clip in here, bro. When Amber came to the door, they was like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. She was like Detective Amber on the case or some shit. It was like, detect these nuts. This shit was hilarious.
Don't be Amber. Oh, bitch! I should kick your fucking ass myself. No, get out of here, man.
Does this mean...
No!
If you want.
No!
What about...
No!
I wasn't the only person being lied to.
You know Omni-Man is
You
my...
said your dad was killed when a gaslight.
Oh, I don't want this.
Not that hard to figure it out from there.
I don't want this.
Detective Amber, ready to help out on any tough.
Go fuck yourself.
You detective
Fuck you.
dickhead. Like, what the fuck?
Detect these nuts. Fuck you.
I know you're not okay, but do you want to talk?
No!
No, bitch,
I want you to blow up.
Fuck
I
out.
think I do.
No! Oh my god. Please.
I hope it's Eve. I hope it's Eve.
It's gonna be. It's good.
Mark!
Oh.
You're alright. I mean, after everything on the...
But yeah, I was like, okay, they got that relationship back together, so that's interesting. So we have a little posse now. I like that. That he has a little bit of a support system. He has the best friend, he has a superhero friend, and then Amber, and then all of them kind of congregate together. So there's a better understanding, and it's culminating in this second season too. We're starting to see that actually pay off and actually be a thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I do appreciate that. Damn, what else happened in those other 2 episodes that was significant? Because it's mainly just the Omni-Man shit, bro. Like, it's mainly that. Like, Caesar was trying to figure out a way to fuck with the Viltrumite blood, and he was like, bro, we can't do anything to this shit. That shit was, you know what I'm saying? So there was that as well. But overall, man, that whole season was like, from episode 1 through 8, and the amount of shit that is set up for this second season, it was beautiful, bro. It was beautifully well paced. It gave me a lot to think about. It gave me a lot to follow. And that's the thing, man. With so many characters in this show, it gave me something to care about with each one. Like with Robot/Rudy, it gave me him and Monster Girl's thing. With Rex, it's starting to expand on Rex now in the second season. But just him being in the Guardians of the Globe, the new team, and them trying to live up to the old one, gave me something to care about there. Of course, Omni-Man and Mark are the main attraction of this. But like that underworld thing with Machine Head and what's Titan. And Titan, they gave me that to care about. The shit with the Martians and the Sequids, they had that looming around. Now I care about Alan, and they expanded on him in the second season. So that first season, man, is just like one of the greatest launch pads into future things I've seen, man. It's great, bro. Because a lot of other things are great, and don't get me wrong, this is a great standalone season for sure. But a lot of other things are like great standalone seasons. This was like they knew we're going to keep this shit going, and it's a great standalone season, and it does a great job of not making you feel like you have to start from ground zero and tell a whole nother story. Because from what I remember with Punisher after season 1, once we get to season 2, it's kind of like, okay, we have the effects of the last season, but we kind of have to tell a whole new story here. With this one, it wasn't like that. It did a great job of just setting up for, yeah, we know we about to keep this shit going, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, yeah, that was great too. For real, I'm gonna stop it right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop this joint right here. If there's anything in here that I missed, call out from the future somewhere. I'll pop up well, shit, you would have seen that. I would have told y'all. I'll pop up somewhere else in the middle of this recording. But I'm gonna stop it right here just so I'm not rambling in circles for too long, man. I'll have I might finish season 2 tonight, however I'm feeling. But I'll have a season 2 review out as well. I'll have that out soon too, so I guess be on the lookout for that, man. And yeah, man, just other videos on the way, other concepts and shit on the way. Might record 1 or 2 more videos right now. Fuck it, we'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know, let me know. 'Cause I'm super late to the party. So let me know, did y'all feel the same way with Invincible Season 1? Does this make you want to go back and rewatch it? Just, you know what I'm saying? And all that shit, man. So I'll catch y'all in the next video, man.